the fact that we're able to do a show with 4 women and be somewhat well received, I think really speaks to the fact that our fan base really supports diversity and supports women in football. Hayden Hurst, the tight end. First of all, I like him because he's a ginger. Second of all, I like him because it's all about mental health. That's what every team needs, is a ginger and somebody who's all about mental health.
I loved everything Urban Meyer. It made me feel better about everything. I'm his biggest fangirl right now. I would give him a lap dance if I could.
Gives a new meaning to the term steak hooker, I guess.
The what?
Gives a new meaning to the term steak hooker. You never heard of a steak hooker?
Who they say gon' beat the Bengals? Who they say gon' beat the Bengals? Nobody!
Hooday, everybody. What's up? And welcome to Tigress Talk. We are the first and the only Bengals show created by women. I'm Jess, a.k.a. Hooday, and I am joined by 3 of my very best friends in Hooday Nation. We've got Kayla representing Northern Kentucky. We've got Jerry and Whitney, former Cincinnatians, current Floridians, holding it down there in Florida for all of us Bengals fans down there that are going to be coming there this week, next week, I should say. But ooh, how's everybody doing?
Pretty good. So good.
Yeah.
So good, right? So good. Thank you, everybody watching. Thanks, everybody who's here live in the chat. We've got Rob here. He says, hello and good evening. Hello, Rob. Cincinnati Sports with Strawberry Ice. The Iceman says, woo, let's go. I got to go to bed soon. Okay, bye, Jeff. Good night. Bengals Nation 09 says, you went bowling with the team? Kind of. Haas says, Hooday, everyone. Hooday, Haas. How's it going? Matt Browning says, hey, Matt. Kelsey says, woo! We got a lot of woos. It's a woo week for sure. It's a woo week. When we do that against the Chiefs, that's a woo week. She says, woo, Hooday, ladies. Hooday, Kelsey. Mary says, Hooday, everyone. Hooday, Mary. Thanks for being here, Mary. Dalton says, Hooday. Afan and Ashy. I probably totally butchered that, and I'm very sorry. Hooday, number 9 is the truth. Yes, he is. Bengals Nation 09 says, I have my Bengal Jim koozie on my drink, ready to enjoy a great show. Hooday, ladies. And Kelsey says, Kayla and Jess loving the Cincy hats. We did not plan that, Kelsey, but I did think about it because I knew that we both got orange, and I am obsessed with this hat. As I said yesterday, Stranger 4420 series says, Hooday. Matt Browning says, great meeting on Sunday. Great meeting you this Sunday. Great meeting you, Matt. And Dalton says, woo. Everyone's going to say woo now. I want everyone to say woo in the chat. I'll read them all. So noticeably absent tonight is my intern. He is at a work Christmas party, so I'm just going to be doing the comments all by myself, which means I probably won't read them until I click on them. So buckle up.
I'm ready.
Game breakdown. Woo! Bengals won. It was crazy. I'm glad that the mistakes that we made in the first half didn't come back to kill us, because I think against a lesser team they would have. If the Bengals were a lesser team, I think they would have had a hard time coming back from that dropped touchdown.
Yeah.
Tyler Boyd, why did you do that to me, Tyler? But I'm glad that was not the story of the game, because he had so many other great catches during that game and, did a lot of really awesome things during the game. So I'm glad that it didn't come down to that. I don't know why Joe decided to change the play on that 4th down. Like, I don't know why he decided to do that, but it didn't work.
He learned a lesson, though.
I guess.
I remember that. It's okay.
And I don't know if anybody asked him. I didn't watch his immediate press conference. I watched the one that he did today, but I don't know if anybody asked him why he changed that, because I really thought that they were going to run a sneak, but the way that the defense was stacked up, I guess that's why he changed it. But like, why that? Like, and maybe they only have 2 plays. I think that's pretty typical, is that they only have 2 plays, and it's either going to be the one we decided on or the one that I'm going to change it to. And maybe our friend Kayla Caskey and Kyle Caskey can kind of shed some more light on that for us. But I know Kayla's going to talk about that play, but she doesn't really go into to the change. She basically just said why it didn't work. And BB's in my lap as well. When Cap isn't home, the dogs like don't know what to do because he works from home, and so they don't understand why he's gone and I'm not. Everybody gets really weird when Cap is not home. But anyway, so yeah, so some weird things happened. It wasn't a perfect game from us, but in the end, it didn't have to be. Do you want down? So I was glad that they pulled out the win. That last drive was exactly what I wanted it to be. It's funny because when they missed that field goal, I thought like this is going to go the same way as Tennessee. Like they missed the field goal, we're going to run the clock at the end, and then when they got that 3rd and 11, when they converted that, I was like, yes,
Yeah,
coffin nails, bam, bam, bam. So
coffin nails.
I love that. I love my favorite part about watching highlights is hearing the radio calls because those are just like the best. So. Anyway, what did you guys think?
I screamed a lot during the game. I just
Did you?
Lost my ever-loving mind. Yeah.
Wait, was that you or was that Bridget that was texting me saying, "Is this Nirvana?" Was that you? That was you.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Mom was screaming. I was screaming. It felt good. Even with those mistakes that you mentioned, like it felt kind of good from the beginning.
Yes, it did. It did. Starting
Like,
fast always just instantly puts me at ease. And even though last week I said we're not going to start fast, get over it, Cap wrote that line. I'm going to be real honest with you guys. Cap wrote that line. I don't like starting slow. I like starting fast. I like going up to get the game going. I feel like that says who we are, sets the tone from the beginning, and that's really where I think our offense, they kind of just sort of even though they came back and they matched us, they were really, they're a really good team. So we could have expected that to have happened, but the fact that we held in there the whole time.
Yeah, and honestly, like we took a lot of control of the ball right away. We took the longest time ever, like so much clock off to get that score, and then our defense comes out and looked fantastic too. And I just felt so much. I felt good from the beginning because the first 2 times we played the Chiefs, we were in that hole where they came out really fast and aggressive and ran it up on us, and then we were having to do the comeback thing. When we weren't doing the comeback thing from the get-go and we started out strong, I thought, okay, I think we got this. Like, I just felt excited.
Yeah. It was a super exciting game, honestly. And being there, it never felt like it was that out of reach. You know what I mean? Where I feel like the last game against Kansas City in Cincinnati, I kind of felt like, okay, this game is gone. This is a lot to overcome. And then we did it. And I was like so pleasantly surprised, but I didn't think that it was going to happen like that. And then they did it again. And now they've done it for the 3rd time. And so I really feel like that was not the game that I thought it was going to be. I kind of thought it might be like the ones before where we kind of let them run up the score a little bit, and then we come back with a vengeance in the second half. And I really feel like our defense almost played better in the first half than they did in the second half, even though they didn't end up scoring a lot of points. I was glad that they missed that field goal, obviously, but I kind of was, it was not really what I expected from our defense. They were able to run the ball a lot more than I thought they were going to be. That little running back, Pacheco, is that his name? It's funny because I was watching a Chiefs game. I don't remember when, maybe it was a week or 2 weeks ago. And I saw him run and I was like, honestly, that's what scares me the most about the Chiefs offense is that little running back that they've got now. Cause I feel like they were always just sort of a one-trick pony with Patrick Mahomes and throwing the ball. And I think a lot of people said that about the Bengals last year too, about Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. And we've had to kind of find other ways to get the ball downfield, other ways to win games this year. And I feel like they've kind of done the same thing with their running back now. So
yeah,
I'm just glad we won.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, they're a good team. They're going to get yards. They're going to score some touchdowns. Like, that's no cause for panic. And the fact that, so last week we held Henry to nothing. This week, Kelsey. Like, I mark that as a really successful defensive plan. Like, because the fact is like, if you hold Henry, in the case of the Titans, you're going to win because that's their entire offense. That's not the case for the Chiefs. The Chiefs can beat you in a bunch of different ways if they want. Like, they can run a little bit, but then also all the different weapons that Mahomes has and different ways he can complete passes is insane. And so, I mean, it's okay that they got some plays. They're going to do it, but I can't believe Kelsey didn't have a better game.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
He was big mad too.
Yeah.
He was big dog in Skyline beforehand, so
Yeah.
That was my Travis
Chili
Kelce
burgers.
impression.
Chilligate. He's brought it on himself.
he really did.
Yeah. I watched highlights before this. Oh, go ahead. What were you saying, Jerry?
I said we tried to warn him.
I know. Like we put it out there all week. He clearly doesn't watch the podcast.
I was going to say, if he just watched Tigress talk, he'd know better.
Truly.
Truly.
Oh, yes, that's so funny. Yeah, I know. It's funny because I was watching highlights just right before this, and they didn't show everything because they obviously only showed the highlights. They didn't show the I forget. I don't remember what I was gonna say, but they did show Travis Kelce's sad face in the camera, and I was like, "Thank you for putting that in the highlight reel. That was fantastic."
That and Mahomes going to the sideline and just like bashing his helmet, like that was fantastic.
Oh, I missed that part.
Yeah.
That's pretty great though. I did see that there one, I don't know who it was that scored a touchdown and then literally like torpedoed the ball into the concrete, and the poor like sideline guy had to like duck out of the way. Like, way to be a weirdo about it, but okay.
No, I wouldn't have moved. I would have been
Made it weird.
Yeah. Like
I'd have went down like Jesse.
right.
I am so not mad about that moment either. I have got to
I was
say.
dying.
You know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of those fainting goats. You know what I'm talking about? Where they literally are just like they're alive and then they're dead.
I didn't see until like they showed the replay of it.
No.
He was just down and I was like, oh no, Jesse's down.
No.
And then when they showed it again, I just was cracking
Oh, I was
up.
dying. I didn't see it until I saw it on Instagram. ESPN's Instagram account is when I saw it. But literally, that was right in front of me. That was right in my end zone. And I had no clue what was going on. No clue at all. And I was like, whoa, what happened to Jesse? And Cap's like, oh, looks like a cramp or something. I was like, oh, okay. Hope he's okay.
I know. He got me too till the replay, and then I was like, that is such a team player thing.
Yeah.
Because you know you're going to get ragged on, but you do it anyway.
Who cares?
That's
him right there.
And Tony Romo was like, you at least sell it until you get to the sideline because he was walking fine.
Oh, really? I didn't even notice that.
Which nothing infuriated me more the entire game than just Tony Romo.
Oh, I hate him.
I'm pretty sure Archer's first sentence is going to be, shut the up, Romo, because I said it so many times. Yeah. But, they don't even, try to hide their bias. It's everything that Kansas City did was amazing and the greatest thing ever, and, we just suck. And it's like, are we watching the same game?
Well, 90% of the words that came out of his mouth was about Mahomes. And the Chiefs. It is true love. I think it's true love. I hope they're happy together.
I'm really behind on comments. I'm sorry. But Dalton says, was annoying how the camera kept zooming in on Patrick whenever he was on the sidelines. Seriously? Until he slammed his helmet down and then it was, sweet. Yeah, that's pretty great. I know. I hate it when they do that too. I don't care what team I'm watching. I don't want to watch the guys on the sideline. I don't care what they're doing unless they're throwing a fit. Show me all the fits. I'm here for all the petty temper tantrums. I'd love to see that. But if they're just standing there like watching the game, show me something different. I
felt like they only showed Kansas City's side of the field. They never. It's it was a home game for us, guys.
Well, I will say I don't know if they probably didn't show this at all, but Joe Mixon was they don't have any male cheerleaders. It's the Bang Gals, but Joe Mixon was one of the cheerleaders on Sunday. He was literally
it a couple times.
Did they show it? He was literally on the sideline. Every time the defense was out there, he was on the sidelines. He had his hands up. He was getting the crowd pumped up. So it was Joe Mixon looked really he's such a fun guy anyways, but all right, I got to get to some of these comments here. I'm so sorry, y'all. Bridget says, just got back from Bengals Nation, and Boyd said we're taking the W this weekend. Yes, Boyd. I hope so. Bengals Nation 09 says, what are the low temps in Florida right now? I've been checking every single day. What are they still 60s?
It's still hot.
Low 60s.
It's not hot, Jerry.
It's hot over here, Whitney.
Okay.
It was 85 degrees today. I'm dying. I'm I just want hoodies, and leggings and boots.
I feel like it's been nice and cool when the sun sets lately. It'll be great.
Today
Okay,
is a
fantastic.
little chillier, but I did see for the game, it looks like the highs for that day are going to be like 65 and the lows are going to be like 54. So that'll be really
What?
nice.
Okay.
Well, I don't care for that at all.
Like, I get to wear my jacket.
Yeah,
Right.
well, that's somebody had said like, oh, I wish the weather was going to be more like beach weather, and I was like, what do you mean it's not going to be beach weather?
Yeah, 65 sounds like a dream to me right now.
Yeah, same. It was 50 today, and I was like, I'm not wearing a coat. I'm not wearing a coat.
Yep.
Yeah, true.
Eric says, Houday, early breakdown, says he checked into that play because they were lined up to kill the sneak. Yes. Carlos didn't do what he normally would because he guessed correctly. Yes. Yep. And we'll talk about that more on the breakdown here. But Matthew Zimmerman says, hope you ladies had a great day. Houday, Matt, I hope you had a great day too. Bridget said, I love getting the ball first and getting 7 on the board. Yes, absolutely. Rob says, you ladies can't really be nervous about Sunday's game for the Bengals, are you? You're Ohio's best team. Well, I agree with you, Rob, but also yes. Don't. Oh wait, I already did that one. Friends, is it a jinx to pack Victory Monday shirt for vacation? No, Bridget, because when we were in New Orleans at the airport, I saw a lot of people wearing Victory Monday t-shirts in New Orleans at the airport. I'd say you just pack it, and if we don't win, then you just don't wear it, and it's fine.
That's a good question, though. I don't know. I'd be scared.
I would pack it. Do you know how much crap I pack and don't wear? I literally pack for like a month, and I'm going somewhere for 3 days. Cav was like, why do you need 4 pairs of shoes? We're going to be there for 3 days. And I was like, I don't know what I'm going to feel like wearing. I don't understand why that's such a hard concept.
That's true. True story.
What do you ladies feel like about when we win the toss, choosing to take the ball first instead of defer?
I always hated it. I always hated it. But if the guys want to do it, then I'm whatever about it. I just don't like the fact that then they get the ball to start the second half. That's the part I don't like. Like, I just want it both times.
Yeah.
Like, if you win the toss, shouldn't you win both? I don't know. I just like having the ball to start the second half. But I do love getting the ball first and going up first. And I feel like even if I like it because most teams will choose to go on defense first. So that way it's like, haha, I was going to pick that anyway is kind of a thing. You know what I mean? That's really the only reason why I like it. And it's because I'm really petty. But no.
I like it just because there for a long time we were doing the opposite. And so when they do that, it makes me feel like, oh, they're sassy today. Like, I feel like it's the sassy choice.
I agree
it's like
with
an intimidation factor.
Yeah, it's like a little attitude, and like they feel like we don't care, we'll take the ball. Like it's just I don't know. It's a mindset, and when they get that way, it makes me feel kind of pumped up.
Yeah, I have to agree. I do. Kelsey says the conspiracy theory lives on. I assume you're talking about Chilligate, Kelsey.
I don't think it's a theory anymore. I think it's fact.
It's confirmed. It's confirmed fact. I'm not even putting my hat on for that. I can say that confidently without any tinfoil on my head that Chilligate is 100% confirmed. Greg says, Houday ladies, sorry I'm late. Ready for Luther Vision when you all are. So should we do a Luther Vision?
What are we doing? Just smiling.
I don't know. I can't look at the camera because when I smile and look at the camera, I look crazy. Every single week I look crazy. So I'm just going to try and like be natural like I'm talking, but keep my eyes open. And okay. All right, Greg, I hope you got something there from that.
You talked the entire time, so.
Yeah, exactly. So I didn't look at the camera once. I hope that's going to be good for you, Greg. Oh, Jerry, while we're on the subject of Greg, I have to ask you, do you think that Die Hard is a Christmas movie? Greg would really love you to say no.
So I've never seen Die Hard.
Oh, wow.
I know.
All right, then.
But I feel like if Die Hard is a Christmas movie, The Mean Girls is a Christmas movie.
Okay.
There's like a whole Christmas thing in there. So.
I'll buy it. First of all, Jerry, you should definitely watch Die Hard because it's a really, really, really bad movie. Like, seriously, it is the bomb. So you should definitely watch that movie first of all, and then maybe you can give Greg a fair answer on that because Greg truly believes that Die Hard is not a Christmas movie, and he is asking everyone. And bless Greg's heart, everyone is saying yes, it is a Christmas movie, and he just gets more and more dejected with each answer.
It hurt you, Greg.
I told him today. He asked Jake Lisco about it today, and Jake Lisco said yes, it is a Christmas movie. And I said, Greg, you have to stop asking questions that you don't like the answers to. You're hurting yourself at this point, baby. Like,
Truth hurts. Truth hurts.
Let it go. Like you don't have to watch it on Christmas if you don't want to, Greg. No one's gonna make you. Oh, Greg, we love you. We appreciate your support. We love being on Luther Vision. Thanks for watching. Wayne says, this is the week the losing streak to the Browns ends. They're not beating Burrow 5 times in a row. I hope not.
I will lose my mind in a bad way.
I won't. I don't actually care, but I do kind of, but I don't.
I care.
I care.
I care hard. I care very hard.
Specifically now.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's different this year.
Yeah.
In this game.
I mean, we got stuff to do. We got places to go. We got Arizona to go to. Like, I don't have time to be messing with no more Browns fans.
I agree. I have to agree.
Can't.
Christine says, hey there, miss you all. Hey, Christine, miss you. I need to do some shots. I only do shots with Christine. Oh, and I took a shot of tequila on Sunday. That was a mistake. That was a big mistake. Anyway. Okay, I'm very behind on these comments. I don't even know what some of these are referring to. Oh, I like this one. All of you are radiating immense beauty tonight. Thanks, Christine. You're so sweet. Yes.
That should have been our picture.
I've tried it. I look crazy. I can't do it. Mary says, yes, preach. I can't stand it when he broadcasts games. I assume we're talking about Tony Romo. Tony knows a lot about talking for the team.
Taking one for the team.
Oh, taking one. I can't read. I'm sorry. Bengals Nation 09. Oh, look, my intern at his party is tuning in. He says, Who day, Cap? I wish you were here to put these comments up for me and read them before I click on them. Bengals Nation 09 says, Chase was eating a glizzy last week. Hold on. Do I still have my sounds? Oh, yeah.
Glizzy gobbler. The glizzy gobbler. The glizzy.
All right. Oh, shoot. I clicked on the wrong thing. Come back. Okay, let's see. More people talking about the beach weather. Pam says it was 83 today. Bengals Nation says it was mid-40s today in Toledo. Yeah, it was like 50s in Cincinnati, and I was not wearing my coat. Oh, Bridget packed her shirt. Yes, Bridget. You're packing your suitcase already? I do that like 30 minutes after I was supposed to have already left. I am proud of you, Bridget. You're the adult I aspire to be. Christine says, I just love the Bengals, and I really love Pirine Stiff Arm. Yes, that was fantastic. Caitlin says, I feel like at this point, Luther Vision needs his own segment intro as it has become such a staple. Yes.
Oh, that'd be hilarious. Or, you know what you need is a button that's programmed that has like the camera sound, like camera snap.
Oh, yeah.
You just keep hitting it.
Like freeze frame. Yeah. That would be so funny. That would be funny. Okay. And then Matt says, I hope we have a SAC festival on Watson on Sunday. Yes. I'll talk more about that towards the end of the show. But okay. Well, anybody have anything else about the game? I think that's about all I had. You guys ready for the bombshell breakdown?
Yeah.
All right.
Hey y'all, this is Kayla Caskey back with this week's edition of the Bombshell Breakdown, and today we're going to look at a few plays that a couple of fans had questions on and how we're going to break that down. So let's look at the film. Okay, So this is the jet sweep play, 4th and 1, where the Bengals are trying to score a touchdown. And so many people had questions like, how did Carlos Dunlap get to the ball so fast? So here we go, jet sweep, boom, he got it. We're going to break it down a little bit in the end zone right here. Let's look at the end zone view. Okay, so in all jet sweeps, someone is always left unprotected. But a jet sweep is meant to beat you with speed. So there's actually another Kansas City player over here. So they're kind of protecting this way. All right, and Carlos is going to be coming in unblocked. But in all reality, Mr. Trent here should be able to beat him with his speed. That's how it's set up. And then 32 is also coming in unblocked. But they should have been able to beat him with his speed. Remember, Carlos got cut by the Bengals, so I guess they thought it was a little slow here. But if you go back, he just comes through unblocked. And he kind of barely got there. They almost beat him. But he just came through unblocked, and there you go. Should have been able to beat him with the speed there. Okay, y'all, so let's look at this play where we've been talking about the picks here. We're going to talk about these little guys up here. So he's got him and he's got him. And remember how we've been talking about how they kind of pick and roll lately? Well, he's kind of pressed up a little bit. And when he's within 1 yard, the ball's on the 18 here, within 1 yard of the line of scrimmage, he could be kind of like pressed and blocked. Because you could do that within 1 yard of line of scrimmage. So that's what Chase does here. So they're going to crisscross, and the Kansas City guys should have been communicating and say, hey, we're going to, switch off, but they didn't. And this allows Tyler Boyd to be open for what should have been a touchdown pass. So let's watch it here. All right, here it goes. So see how he kind of blocks him here, and Chase doesn't even try to go get the ball. Like, he almost knows, I'm not getting the ball on this play. See how he just kind of pushed him a little bit and just kind of blocked him, almost like in basketball, you're blocking him, and then it should have been a touchdown pass there. So again, I know we've been talking about the little pick and roll here where Kansas City just kind of, they missed it, and boom, should have been a touchdown pass. Okay, y'all, so this is the 3rd and 11. The Bengals get this first down right here. It's pretty much ball game, and what they're going to be running is like a day one install play with a bunch of flats and slants. We're going to let Tyler Boyd go ahead and motion over. And I'll show y'all what's going to happen here. All right. We got some slants. Flats. He's going to run a flat. And the tight end's just going to come and kind of sit. So we got a lot of action going on. We're going to let it play out here to where Burrow had a very small window to hit his man, but he got him. And you can see it a lot better from the end zone view here. So let's go ahead and take a peep at that. Okay, but what we need to think about is Burrow held onto this ball long enough to let his men get deep enough. So did y'all see that small little window he had right there? So this guy, he's not deep enough. You throw it to him, he's still got to run for a first down. Boom, but we hit our tight little window right there, and you get it. So very smart by Burrow, an elite quarterback in the making. He hit that little tight window right there, and boom, first down. Okay, y'all, what a great win by the Bengals this week. Hopefully we can keep this momentum going and go ahead and secure the division and wrap it up and get in the playoffs this year. Okay, this has been Kayla Caskey with your week's edition of the Bombshell Breakdown.
All right. Thank you so much to our friend Kayla Caskey for breaking those down for us. Make sure you are following Caskey's Clicker on YouTube. That is her husband, Kyle Caskey, former Bengals coach, former NFL and college coach, and we appreciate them breaking down film for us every week. So thank you guys for that. Let's see. Oh, Chase said those hats are fire. Thanks, Chase. Kate says, I don't quite agree with the goal line sweep explanation. Los just guessed it right. If they were going to throw, he would have been toast. Yeah, we kind of said that because, he guessed right. So that's everybody gets lucky sometimes. Man says, who is going to be in Tampa for the Bucks game? We all are, man. It's a Tigress Talk reunion in Tampa. Can't wait.
The whole thing. It is a whole thing.
So excited. I am just beyond excited. And Gary's going to be there. Gary Owen, the comedian, he's going to be at the Improv. I think we're going to try and see him maybe on Thursday night. So yeah, that if anybody wants to do that too, I think that'll be a fun thing to do. But yeah, all kinds of fun activities planned for
Cool.
the weekend. But all right, let's see. Let's get into some viewer questions. All right. Thank you, everybody who submitted your questions on Twitter. We have Haas, Bengals Haas says, why are the Browns our kryptonite? That is the biggest mystery known to mankind. I agree, Haas. I don't care who built the damn pyramids. I want to know why the Bengals can't beat the Browns.
True.
I know.
And then Jungle Rat answered for us. He said, Mike still has feelings for the people of Cleveland. He throws them a bone. Get it? When he can, so they won't be left without a team again.
That is so, I don't agree with that at all.
No, I don't
Sorry.
think anyone would be happier than Mike if we beat him.
No. Sorry, Jungle Rat. I'm going to disagree with you on that one. Let's see. What else? Oh, Matthew said, I'll be donating to Women Helping Women. That's awesome. Thank you, Matthew. Hoping for the Bengals D to have a great day, crushing the Browns. Right. That's awesome. Greg wanted me to make sure I asked you about Die Hard, and we already did that. Mary Raps has a good question. She said, given P. Ryan's success since Mixon has been out, when Mixon returns, do you think the majority of carries will go to Mixon or be split with P. Ryan? What do you guys think?
I think it'll be situational. I think Mixon will get the share. I think Mixon is RB1, and that's just how it is. But I think now that we have this awesome weapon, we'll use it when we feel like we should.
I totally agree. I think P. Ryan has taken an amazing step up this year. I'm so happy with everything that he's done for us, but I still think that Mixon is RB1 for a reason, and I think maybe they'll split more carries, but I think that's kind of what they were doing before. You know, they were kind of one would go in and one wouldn't. I mean, P. Ryan's blocking has been out of this world, so I think he's valuable. And I think now, because of how we've been able to use him, it's not just assumed when he goes out there what it's going to be. We can kind of disguise more things. They don't really know what's coming. So I think, I think it'll be split, but I still think majority of carries will be on Mixon.
I think everybody keeps forgetting too that the last full game that Mix played in, he had 4
Lights
or 5
out.
touchdowns. Yeah.
This man counted them on his fingers.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's a great problem to have because whoever's out there, I think, we've got a pretty good shot against anybody. So,
Yes, Travion looks good. Chris Evans had that touchdown.
I love that for Chris Evans, by the way.
I know, right? It was so great. I loved it. Yeah, it's such a good problem to have. It's such we just are so talented. Like, our wide receiver room is crazy talented. Our running back room is crazy talented. And now these guys have shown who they are when we're injured. And it's that, hey, we, last year we kept saying, like, gosh, how lucky are we that we've been so lucky with injuries. And this year we've not had that same luck, but thankfully other guys on the team have been able to step up, and it hasn't been a huge problem. We've won these games even without Jamar. And that was the one thing that people said about Burrow was like, oh, well, he can't win without Jamar. And, he's the reason why they picked Jamar because he needs him and blah, blah, blah. Like, Joe Burrow don't need anybody. He can throw the ball to me, probably. No, not really.
And besides, like, those guys, like, showing what they can do, it really is a big benefit to have all those live game reps. Just
absolutely.
Yeah, for
you
sure.
can't duplicate it in practice. It is
100%.
rare that you get that. So
Exactly.
Yeah.
100%.
And with the injuries, I feel like we're more versatile and more dynamic just because we have learned from those. Like, yeah, they stepped up, but I feel like we also, as a unit, have gotten better in different ways just because we've had to try different things and win in different ways. And it's exciting.
Yep. Yeah.
It's like we have this extra confidence now because we know we can do it without, like, our best, quote unquote, best guys on the field. Joe said Joe is who he thought he was, so he's definitely not worried about it.
Yeah, for sure.
I know. I love that so much. What an attitude.
Matthew says, can Mixon and P. Ryan both get equal shares of the ball and both go off? Yeah. I don't know that it'll be equal, but I think they're both very valuable. I don't think the one without the other is not the same. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're so
Erwin is
different.
doing great. Yes, he is. I was excited for
Mhm.
that. Aside from the Die Hard Christmas argument, Silver Lining Playbook, chick flick, or football movie? I've never seen that one.
I've never seen it
Have you
either.
guys seen that movie?
Really?
It's a good movie. I haven't seen
Is
it
it
in
good?
a long time now.
I only
It's the
saw it like
Eagles,
one
right?
time.
Ew.
I saw it one time when it first came out, and I can't tell you anything about it except there was a really awful dance scene in it.
Yeah,
Oh.
than
I
that,
think
I
it's
don't
like
remember.
ballroom dancing and the Eagles is what I remember.
Oh.
That sounds like I will not be watching
So,
that movie.
football movie. Definitely football movie.
Sounds great. Okay, Christian, he said he's got a serious question and a fun question. Serious question. I don't like this question at all. I'm going to throw this out there right now. Luke continues to show that he's a great DC. Do you gals think he's gone next year to be a head coach, or does he stay?
We don't put that out in the
Yeah.
universe. I told
We don't want to talk about it.
It's like
I said,
Bruno. We don't talk about it. We don't talk about Bruno.
I want great things for him, but I
We don't
also
talk about Lou
can
leaving.
be very
Honestly,
selfish, and I want to keep him here forever.
to be, can I tell you guys a secret? I thought he might have left after last year. I really
know.
did. I'm surprised that he came back this year, and I'm so thankful that he did. But I think we are on borrowed time with him for sure, because I think
Yeah.
he is an amazing coach, and I think if he gets a head coaching opportunity, him or Callahan, honestly, I think they would be gone in a heartbeat. And it reminds me of when we had Marvin Lewis and Mike Zimmerman, and we had all these great guys. Gruden was our offensive guy, and it's like Zimmerman and Gruden both left, and it's like the team was just not as good. Like that team just kind of went into kind of a lull, and I don't think that will happen with this team, because I think these guys are a lot more talented than that team was, but it still worries me a lot, and I don't want to think about it.
Is there a basement in Paycor that we could just like lock him up in?
Can we capture
just
him?
bring him out for the game?
I know he likes to go to
Practice
ENO after
and
the
then-
games. If we can just wait for him there. And then his fun question is, what is the better karma moment? Oh, I love these. Okay, I don't know how I'm supposed to pick between these, but okay. Juju getting hit by Vaughn. I assume that was last year, or the whatever year that we won against the Steelers. Joe throwing for 500 against Martindale, or P. Ryan stiff arming Reed into the ground. And I'm going to add also into like the next dimension, which is just the only explanation for his tweets saying that he was right
Yeah.
about locking up Higbee.
Higby,
Right?
Higby Hurst Higgins.
Oh my God.
I've had so much fun with that. Like, what are you even right about? Because you weren't right about anything the first time you said it. Everything that you said was incorrect, so it can't be now correct. Like,
Right.
Right.
And then he still doubled down on Monday.
it's like,
Yeah.
dude.
Which
They
is
need to check
surprising
him
to
for
me.
concussion protocol at this
That's
point,
what I'm
because
saying. Like, somebody needs to test this man. Like, do the nose. I don't know what they do. The patty cake. I don't know what they do, but they need to figure it out, because he is struggling, I think. But Whitney, you tweeted out about how he kind of said he was sorry. Like in the locker room, he was like, "I apologize for not knowing who their guys were, so I apologize to him for that." And then he like tweets that, and I'm just like,
But I was right.
Yeah.
what?
I
No.
know.
such a guy thing.
He is the gift that keeps on giving. Like,
Like, I'm sorry you were offended.
I've gotten so many chuckles out of that this week. Like, thanks, dude. Like, I really appreciate him.
Like,
I really
be
do.
quiet, Tuna.
That's gonna be his name, like for the
Tuna.
rest of his
Forever.
career.
Yeah. Get back in your
Stick.
can.
I just want like Bengals fans to just like send cans of tuna to
Yeah.
the Arrowhead Stadium.
That'd be so funny. Just like it's like a whole pallet of it. Just like put it in front of his locker. Like, I want to see it. I want to see a mountain of tuna in front of his locker.
I could honestly see our social media team doing something crazy like that. I bet they at
probably
least
wouldn't
thought
accept
about
it.
it.
They'd probably block it or something. But
Mhm.
I wanted somebody so bad to like put his head on Jessica Simpson's body when she was confused if it was like chicken or tuna that she was eating, since he couldn't
Is
figure
this
out
chicken that I
who any
have?
of our guys were. I
is
tried
it
to figure
this?
it out, and I just gave up after like 5 minutes because I'm like, this is way beyond anything I know how to do. It's like I really
Oh my
needed somebody
gosh.
to do that.
I
That's
think
so
I
good.
think we have some people that can do that for us. But yes,
That's
that was
awesome.
also that's like my favorite Jessica Simpson moment. Also,
Oh,
Oh yeah.
for sure.
Mhm.
like it says tuna,
Iconic.
but it says chicken of the sea.
Is it chicken or tuna?
And just have
Oh
like the
my
Bengals
God.
logo on Nick's face, looking at him like, are
Yeah,
you
like
serious?
I can't believe I'm about to
Carrie, this
divorce
is
this bimbo.
perfect. This
Yeah.
is perfect.
I can't believe that wasn't made into a meme already. Now that you've said it, because it's so
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, that needs to happen for sure, for sure. But Christian, to answer your question, as far as my favorite one, I think I have to say the Von Bell hit on Juju because that was just so perfect, and that game was like everything I ever wanted in my whole life, and it really started the whole legacy of the Bengals owning the Steelers this year, not with the first game notwithstanding, but that was probably my favorite one of those moments. But I like them all. I love them all because I am
Oh.
so petty.
That was definitely the highlight of that year, for sure. Because
Yeah.
we went into that game with zero expectations. We all kind of, I think,
No.
thought
Yeah,
that we
right.
were just gonna.
Yeah. I mean, that
I
year
had
was
a drinking
awful.
game going, I remember, because we were like, let's at least have fun with this. And
Yeah.
none of us even got drunk because we were destroying them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the most iconic one for sure. And then the most recent one was really cool because Justin's so bad. But the only reason I'm going to take that one off is just because it would have been cooler if it was Hayden Hurst. You know?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
that's who he was really slighting. It's
I
like
know.
Samaje like took care of his bros for them,
Right.
but like, you know, but like the Wink Martindale thing.
That's my
Just
favorite
because
too.
I
Wink
love
Martindale.
that smug Joe where he's just like maybe, and then like
The Santa
Just
Claus.
He's wearing a
Destroys
Santa hat.
yeah, and like he stops coaching for the team altogether. Like it ended
Yeah.
his career with the Ravens. So I mean, I just
That was
love
pretty great.
it.
That was pretty great. I'm
Do
not
you
gonna
guys
lie.
think Reed tweeted that on Monday because he didn't realize that Hayden left the game with an injury and he thought he locked him up the whole time? It's like he wasn't on the field. Because I think that might have been it.
He was probably like, I didn't see Hayden Hurst.
He probably just
score
looked
no
at the
touchdown.
stats. Well, then somebody was like,
Yeah.
"You're right. Higbee didn't get any stats."
That's brilliant.
True thing. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Probably. I mean, true story. I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, they were all great.
That should have been in the conspiracy theory segment.
Yeah, well, I do have something for that in conspiracy theory segment. I needed to start combining these segments, but I really like my X-Files, B-Files thing.
Me too.
So let's get into that then. I think that was all the questions and comments. I hope. Anyway. All right. Before I forget, there was a conspiracy theory in the comments. I think it was Dalton. Hold on, let me find it. Somebody put one in the comment section like way early in the show. Let me see if I can find it here. I don't think I'm gonna be able to find it. Okay, if somebody finds it, will you read it out loud, please? I'm gonna read the ones from Twitter. So I feel like we've already talked about Chilligate. That's been 100% confirmed. Let me see if I can find the exact wording on the dude we were just talking about. I don't even remember his name.
Justin Reed.
Yeah, Justin Reed. Find it here. But somebody said, do you think he was secretly working for the Bengals by saying that, since we have always are joking about how we were just going to make like burner accounts and talk crap to all these guys and in hopes that they would it would like light a fire under them. But oh, here we go. It was Greg Luther. He says, conspiracy question, was Justin Reed secretly working for the Bengals to get them hyped up for the game?
I mean,
That would imply that he's a lot smarter than I think he really is, because I do not think that is a smart man, even before he got stiff-armed by Piran. So
I see Dalton's conspiracy theory.
oh, did you find it? Will you read it, please?
Yeah, Dalton conspiracy theory. What was with the Palmer call at the line from Burrow? Was it a reference to a certain person? LOL.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
No, I
I
didn't
didn't hear that call.
either.
They must have a play that's called
I-
Palmer, I guess. I don't know.
Ooh.
It's interesting.
Gonna have to change the name now.
Right?
I
Ew.
was gonna say something really crappy. I'm not going to.
Oh no.
No.
Go ahead, say it. You have to say it now. It's the rules.
No, I was just gonna say, is it like some kind of like really weak play? Like
Yeah, like
one where
something that's like,
we fake that we're gonna have like a really long touchdown pass. It's gonna be amazing, but instead it's like a little dink and dunk pass. So, like, the fullback or something.
hey, whatever works. Oh, that's funny. All right. I think that's all the ones that we had. I don't know. I feel like we're running low on conspiracy theories now that everybody's doing well. But yeah, I think the talking crap is definitely working. So keep it up. Oops, there goes my hat. All right. Guess we're done with that.
That'll do it. That calls it.
Okay. Whitney, you got some game balls to give out this week?
Hot, hot, hike.
All right.
All right. So everybody played amazing. Could give it to a bunch of people. Coach already gave it to a lot of the guys that I probably would have considered. So I'm going to give it to the guy that did not get a game ball, but totally deserves it. He was the highest graded player last week against the Chiefs. He was fundamental in our success on offense. So to Volson, you get a game ball. Well deserved.
Aw. Congrats.
Love you.
He has
Yeah.
seriously been, I think I can safely say he's my favorite rookie on this team. I mean, he is just such a sweet guy, and just such a great player. And I really feel like if you would have told me at the beginning of this season that he was going to be one of the ones that we didn't have to worry about, I would have been like, wow.
Right.
Yeah.
I think the only guy that got charged with any pressures on Sunday was Collins. I don't think any of the other guys on the line got charged with even any quarterback pressures. So I just think that's really speaks to how well this line is playing as a whole. And he has just been an insane addition that I think nobody really saw coming. So I am very, very grateful for him. Well deserved for that game ball for sure.
What a blessing and good scouting.
Yes.
I mean,
Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Well, looking ahead to Cleveland, Jerry, do you have a prediction for us this week?
I do. So this week is a little different because the other day Jess sent me a video from one Sam Hubbard, and I literally died, and I saw the outcome of the game from the other side and came back. So
Oh,
I
you saw the future?
saw the future. And so I still have not recovered, by the way. I'm a zombie. Anyway, so I think this Sunday we finally just rid ourselves of the demons that have been the Browns for us for the past couple of seasons. The team that they played on Halloween is not the team that is playing on the field now. We are grittier. We are way more confident. We are not going to let the same things happen that happened on Halloween. I don't think it's going to be a blowout, but I think that Joe is going to finally slay that dragon, and we're going to come out with the win on Sunday and get that over with.
all right.
I love
I
it.
believe you since you traveled into the future.
I believe that you died.
Like, I legitimately, the gasp that escaped my body when I saw that come up on my phone. My husband thought somebody had died. And if somebody did die, it was
You're like,
me.
it was me.
We were at my in-laws, and they were all just like, "What is wrong?" And I'm like, "I can't talk." I had like tears in my eyes. I was just like, "It's the greatest moment of my life." They're like, "You just had a child." I'm like, "It's the greatest moment of my life."
You're like, and?
But yeah, so thank you, Jess. You are the absolute best, and I sent that to everybody I know in life. So
Oh my gosh, you're welcome. It was the least I could do. I could not be in his presence and not do that because that. Well, what else was it for if it wasn't for that? So.
I want to imagine you, Jerry, that you like do those Christmas cards where you update the family every year. Like you put a little thing on it, and yours is like 90% like the Sam Hubbard video, and then at the end you're like, "Oh, P.S. I had a baby."
Had a baby.
Bye. Great year.
between that and getting the Super Bowl program signed from him by Tyler, like that was amazing.
Yes. Yours
Like,
would
my
be
face for
90%
that
that
was
kind
just,
of
like,
thing.
complete
Bingle stuff.
shock. Yeah. So.
Oh, that's funny.
I can't ever meet him in person, by the way, because I only get starstruck by football players and wrestlers. Like anybody else, I do not care, except maybe Taylor Swift. I do love Taylor Swift, but like football players, wrestlers, and Taylor Swift are the only people that I will like not be able to talk or say a coherent sentence at all.
I get a little bit starstruck, but mostly it's like I don't want to seem really weird because I am really weird. And I'm just try to keep it cool because like every single inch of me is like wants to tell them my life story and also like take 1,000 selfies and like talk about their families and and I just feel like I try to just keep it reeled in and try to just be like not make them feel weird about this obligation that they've had. You know what I mean? So it's like I don't get starstruck, but I do a little bit because I get like nervous to be myself.
I'm afraid if I tried to play it cool, like I would come off like Michael Scott on The Office, when he tries to act cool about anything at all and it comes out really awkward. Like
Well, yeah, that's me. I just try and just not.
Yeah.
I saw TJ Houshmandzadeh at Chipotle in Tri-County years ago. And I'm just sitting there and like almost like choked on my burrito bowl because I'm like, that's TJ Houshmandzadeh. And Brian was like, go say hi to him. And I'm like, no. I was like, for one, I don't want to bother him. And two, it's like, what am I going to do? I remember specifically, because this is what would have come out of my mouth, and it's why I stayed sitting down. I had a Bengals pedicure, and I would have gone up to him and been like, I have hooday toes. So I just kept my mouth shut and sat and just stared at him like a weirdo.
I would give my left arm if the story really was that you went up to Houshmandzadeh and just said, I have hooday toes. Okay, bye.
He's like eating. He's like, what?
He saw me staring at him too, as I'm just like, and he like waved and said hi. It was very nice, but I just like, hi. That was all I said.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I'm such a weirdo.
That's hilarious. Okay, I'm sorry. I missed some conspiracy theories. Eric says, conspiracy. The alien overlords that rule the world are Ravens fans and wouldn't allow their minion defeat them on Sunday. So they told him, let's roll over and lose. All right.
No idea where my tinfoil hat went.
You just had it.
I know. Where'd it go?
It's fine. It's fine. The moment's passed.
Did anybody else feel really bad for Andy on Sunday?
Yeah.
Or Monday?
Yeah.
No, I mean, I feel like you have to lean into the other direction and just own it at this point if you're Andy, because it's that crazy
Andy.
of a stat. Just be like, yeah, that's my thing. I don't even like primetime games. I don't even want to wear it. Win all the other games.
Though, like, did he really lose on Monday though? Because at the end of the day, he's going home to his loving family, and Tom is going home to an empty, massive house. So
God,
I honestly
gag
feel
me,
like
Jerry.
that's why
I
Andy
hate
is
Tom Brady.
totally unbothered. Like, Andy has the most beautiful family I've ever seen in my entire life, and he is unbothered. Football is his job. It pays his
Yeah.
bills. It affords him a beautiful life with his beautiful family. So,
Yeah.
Matthew said, "My game ball is going to Cap for the game-changing tweet. The Bengals D need to make that fumble turnover." Yeah, that was great. Oh, Kayla, I don't know if you saw, but I think your hubby won the jacket from Malik. Yes,
Yeah.
I think we saw. That's amazing.
So cool.
Let's see. Okay, well, I forgot to do We Need to Talk because my intern's not here, and so I'm all discombobulated. So let's do We Need to Talk.
Really?
We're all out of order tonight. I'm sorry. All right, We Need to Talk brought to you by Birminghorn Meadery. Code Tigress gets you 15% off 2 or more bottles of mead. I have finally finished this bottle of Slow, Deep, and Hard, and I'm very sad about that, but it was delicious. Make sure you guys check them out. They have amazing mead. What do we need to talk about this week, ladies?
I have one. We need to talk about playoff P, Jermaine Pratt, and how
Yes.
he has been always making these clutch plays. Week 1 versus the Vikings last year, forced a fumble, right? And then the interception that won us the
Yeah.
playoff game. And then now forcing the fumble with Travis Kelce. And, I just love him. I love him
Yeah.
so much. And what is he going to do next? I don't know. I'm excited.
And did you see Kayla that mic'd up or whatever where he called a shot?
Yeah.
I'm so excited to watch that. Yeah, I'm
How do you get cooler?
the best. The best.
Yeah. He was great last year, obviously, but I really feel like he's one of the guys that really has taken a big step up this year. And I feel like, again, the depth on our defense has just been awesome. So
He's a monster. King of manifesting.
yes.
Yeah.
Love it.
I love it. Anybody else have anything they need to talk about this week?
So we need to talk about, did they or did they not take out the ping pong balls or the ping pong tables in the locker room? Because I've heard like several different stories.
What?
What?
Really?
I saw that today, and I
they
was,
took them out.
did they? But then I saw something else. It was like, update, they've brought another one back in. I'm like, were they broken or? Because it seemed like all the guys like loved the ping pong table, and it was like a camaraderie, and it was a chance for them to like blow some steam off. And I mean, they never bothered me, but I'm like, now I need to know ping pong table beat. Like, why?
I don't know. I haven't heard this. I don't know. I mean, I heard all about it in training camp, like all the tournaments that they would have and stuff. I heard all about that, but I don't remember hearing that they were gone or
I saw it
maybe
earlier,
also back. Oh, okay.
but I don't know why. I feel like it's been a good thing, and who knows? Maybe that ping pong table was lucky. I don't think they should change anything in that locker room.
No.
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 I
I need,
instantly
like-
regretted this because I'm like, what if I just effed up like everything because I changed the hair? I'm so
No.
stupid.
No.
Oh my God.
That's so
I
funny.
don't know. I need the true Hollywood story behind the ping pong tables now. I also need the one about Mike Cart because I have not had enough Mike Cart in my life this season.
Yeah. What happened to the mic cart?
Yeah.
I don't know. I hope he's not living a life of crime or something like that. I hope he's doing well.
Who
I
knows?
hope he doesn't have the diabetes or nothing. I hope he's fine. But
Staying on the side of the highway.
Yeah. Yikes.
rusted out.
Aw.
Oh.
That'd be so sad.
I need an update. I could keep going with this story for a while too. That's the sad thing about
Oh,
it.
I need somebody to put a cart, like just a decrepit cart.
Yeah.
Need a
Like a
wellness
sign.
check on our mic
Yeah.
cart.
Oh my God.
Oh, we got a couple
Had
people
one and then I got
asking
distracted.
Jerry who your favorite wrestler is.
Ugh, that's really, really hard. So I don't have a singular favorite wrestler. I have a tag team that's my favorite wrestlers, and that was the Hardy Boys. I was obsessed with them. and I was at WrestleMania 30 or whatever it was in Orlando when they came back for the first time in 10 years. Just started sobbing, just literally sobbing. And my husband was just like, really? And he was like, yeah, this is absolutely you. So it's like, it goes Bengals Super Bowl and then that WrestleMania moment for me, for like my two top, like, ultimate sports moments. So huge.
Well, all right. There you have it. There's your answer.
I love it.
Inquiring minds want to know. I think we need to talk about Kevin Huber, and it's funny, Dalton, or did I say Kevin Huber? Yeah, Dalton just mentioned it. Kevin Huber getting released, but was able to get back on the practice squad. Inspirational man indeed. Yes, that honestly, I love that for Kevin Huber. I love that for the Bengals organization. I think that really speaks highly of them as an organization. Like, yes, he was probably going to get paid anyways, but the fact that he wants to be part of this team still, the fact that they want him as part of this team still, the fact that they value him as a leader and they value his presence and his, just everything about him, that they want to keep him on the practice squad, I think is really, really special. And I think it really speaks to how much they love him and that they love Cincinnatians. And I think it's really cool. So kudos to Kevin Huber and kudos to the Bengals team. And honestly, kudos to Kevin Huber for taking it in stride, because honestly, if you replaced me, I would throw a fit. Like, I would show my whole, like, I would literally be like the most, like, nobody would like me at the end. So like, the fact that he was able to handle that with such poise and grace and just kind of talk about it and be like, yeah, like, these are the struggles and this is, kind of what's been going on and things. I mean, the man is a Pro Bowler. I mean, I'll never forget him getting, like, kicked in the face by what's his face on the Steelers that one time, and, like, breaking his jaw and, like, was out for the season because of that. I mean, I'll never forget those moments. Like, so I really feel like Kevin Huber is part of a lot of my really good memories of this Bengals team as a whole. And so I love that. And Dalton says he deserves a ring. Yeah, I hope they can get one this year and that he can get a ring and then retire on top without having to, do any more punts. Because I think Drew Chrisman's doing a great job, and it's nothing against Drew Chrisman, because I love him dearly, and I think he's done a fabulous job, and I'm so thankful that we were able to keep him on our practice squad until the time came for him. But yeah, it's just one of those things, man. Getting old is terrible.
Do you guys think that Kevin ends up being like an assistant for the special teams?
Oh, that would be great.
I could see that.
I
don't think he ever really wants to leave Cincinnati.
No.
Yeah.
Would you? I mean,
he's been so supportive and helpful with Chrisman. Like, everything I've heard that's come out has been so positive and sweet and heartwarming, and that's the kind of person you want in that room.
100%. Yeah.
I can't tell you guys, like, how bad I really want a Super Bowl win this year. And I mean, there's the obvious, like, you want a Super Bowl every year. They're almost impossible to get. Only one team does it every year. They're super hard. But, like, this year, do you know just how much more special it would be this year while the band is all together? Because, like, eventually, like, we're going to start having different guys. We're going to start having different coaches. Like, it was shocking, to your point, Jess, earlier, that last year we go to the Super Bowl, and usually teams that go to the Super Bowl, they start having players bought away from them. They start having coaches bought away from them. And we retained everybody. We're not going to have that much longer. This could be the last season we have some of these coaches or guys. And so, and then also, I think it's a little extra special because of the way so many of the backups have come in and, like, dominated and had, like, these huge cool moments. Like, everybody feels like they 100% contributed and was an active part of our wins. Like, God, I really want it this year.
I do too. Go ahead.
I was going to say, and it would be great because, there's that stigma against the runner-up in the Super Bowl that they don't go back, and they were saying, we're not going to be able to go back. And it's like, you don't know Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
So I think that would be great to, like, kill that narrative, too.
Yeah, it'd be like another curse. They were so good at breaking curses last year, the whole hangover curse, like, screw that one, too. Like, what's that? I don't know.
I agree, but also to your point, it's like I feel like a lot of people said that last year too. They were like, "Well, this team is so good," and they didn't really think it could get any better. But this year, they've gotten even better. So I feel like I agree with you. I think the time is now, and I would love for us to win one now because you never know what tomorrow brings. But at the same time, I think that if Zach Taylor is in charge and Joe Burrow is our quarterback, I think that there's a lot of potential, regardless of what other pieces they kind of have to switch out. But I am a little, I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but I'm a little worried about T next year. And I just, I love having him on the team and I hope he can stay on the team. But yeah, I think that I would love it if we got a Super Bowl this year, obviously. So.
It's just such a special group, and I want to see them get to have that moment together. And the story is so epic for it this year, too. Like, there's just the table set. But I wanted to, my need to talk really quick is very general, but just some basic, like, I found this week to feel super weird as far as like some of the top contending teams having really crazy things happen. Like the 49ers with Garoppolo getting
Oh my God,
injured.
I know.
Lamar got injured, but I never heard like if he's going to miss any games at all or whatever, but he came out during the game. And then you got Deshaun Watson coming back. Who on the Bills got injured?
Von Miller. Yeah.
Von Miller
Yeah.
out for the season. Yeah, but like a lot of weird stuff with some of the top teams. And then what the hell with the Cowboys scoring 50 plus points? Like that.
I had to turn that game off. I was getting so annoyed.
Out.
Like, okay, all right, we get it. I did like the Zeke in the box thing though. I like that.
Anyway, I think things are about to get, I mean, it's always interesting this time of year, but I thought there was just enough weird shake-up stuff to happen this past week or two that now it's even harder to predict what's going to happen. There's some teams that's got some real momentum right now coming out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And then there's some teams at the top that have some problems all of a sudden. So.
I think Tua hurt his ankle too. Like I haven't heard how serious it is, but I think it's like an injury that's kind of been nagging at him all season.
And they just lost their tackle, didn't they? The Dolphins?
Did they? I don't know.
All I know is that 49ers
I might have made that up. I don't know. I
Thank
thought
you.
I saw that.
Oh, you might
That
be
49ers
right.
game, my boss was there, and he was just like, I hate football. I hate football.
Oh.
He was
You're
like,
like,
they're
yeah,
gonna
we've
end
been
up
there.
putting me on the field.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I would love to see you get tackled.
Yeah.
Let's put you on the field.
Oh, that is
But their
funny.
defense is still super scary. So
Oh, for sure.
True.
Oh, yeah, they're still contenders. It just makes things like weirder
Yeah.
and harder to gauge what's going to happen. I think every Sunday here on out is going to be wild.
I think it's wild that the Lions are favored over the Vikings.
Yeah.
They are?
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's weird.
The
So
Lions
weird.
are a
I know.
crazy team right now. They score.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they finally have that defense together. But the Vikings, like, they've lost, like, what, 3 games?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have a really good record. I don't know who all they've played. I haven't really paid attention, but I know they have a very good record.
they beat the Bills.
Yeah. Did they?
Mhm.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Crazy stuff. All right. Well, Kayla, I'm sorry we're all out of order this week, but do you have our injury report?
Here do.
All right. What you got?
Joe
Oh,
Mixon practiced in full, so
Uh-huh.
that means that he's cleared the concussion protocol.
Yay.
Hey.
Hayden Hurst did not practice. He was wearing a walking boot. He's probably not going to play on Sunday, but he's not ruled out yet. But I would doubt it.
Yeah, I heard that he's going to be out a couple of weeks
Yeah.
from his mother.
But a
Oh,
couple of weeks is better than the season. So
yeah.
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 we could need him in the postseason.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. As far as the Browns, Denzel Ward did not practice due to an ankle injury, and Njoku was limited. But other than that,
All right.
yeah.
Here we go. Yeah, the Hayden Hurst, that one hurts, honestly, because I really feel like Joe was really starting to trust him, and I feel like they had really good chemistry. I mean, in that first drive, what do you have, like 2 catches in that first drive alone? I mean,
Yep.
he
Yeah.
was supposed to have a big game. I mean, that really hurt him going out of that game. So that was another thing. It was amazing. It was great that we won, even despite that. But yeah, so that hurts. I think I think Burrow was seen kind of giving Wilcox a talking to on the sideline. I think he's just not quite there,
He had a great catch though.
He did. He had some good plays. He had that great catch, but I think there were some mental mistakes, and Burrow was kind of getting after him on the sideline about that. But
And I don't think that's the first time that's happened too.
correct. So
You know what? I love that though. Like there's such like personal accountability for everybody on the
Yes.
team that they will call each other out. Joe is such a great leader. You know, another moment similar to that I love during the game, to be quite honest, is when Coach Taylor looked like he got after Jamar's ass a little bit after that
did he?
penalty, the taunting penalty.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, he was screaming his head off, and it looked like it was at Jamar. Like, what do you like? Kind
Yeah.
of moment. And
Good.
it was worth it, obviously, but like at the same time, like I love that energy. Like,
me
doesn't matter
too.
who you are
Yeah.
are accountable, and we're accountable for each other, and that kind of thing. I love that vibe.
Do you think
It's how we get
100%.
better. It's how we get better.
Do you think that's like when you have a little kid and they say a bad word and you're like, don't do that, and then you're like laughing later that night with your
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Like the whole fainting goat
No.
thing when Jesse Bates was a fainting goat. I think that was probably the same thing. Like, don't do that. We're gonna get a fine, but also cool. Like,
Yeah.
we won the
Could
game.
you guys imagine having Joe yell at you? Like that would be
No.
worse.
Or
than, like,
even Zach
a
Taylor.
parent
I'd be
or
like,
anybody like saying like I'm disappointed in you. Like no, like Joe yelling at me would be the worst thing. That would
I
ever
would simply
happen to me.
cease to exist. I would simply crumble into the earth.
Yeah, I would just be crying.
I would pull a Jesse and just
Yeah, that'd be me.
I think it'd turn me on, honestly.
Oh my god. Oh my
Cry.
god.
I would not cry.
Oh my god. Oh my god, that's so funny. Uh, but no, but I honestly though, I love that about this team though, because that's how I am. Like that's how I am at work. That's how I am with my friends, and not everybody appreciates that about me. But that's how I think that's like the most honest way to be. I feel like, and that I feel like it's respectable to be like, look, hey, you this up here, like don't do it again. Like this is how I feel about it, and I don't want you to do that again, and this is why. And and then they can say like, well, actually it's because of this, and I can be like, okay, we can whatever, move on. You talk about it, you move on. That's what I love about this team, because that's how I think is
that, and like we really are on a mission right now with one goal and one goal only. And so like if you're going to be filling in for a little bit, Joe's going to do what he's got to do to school you up. Like, we got to school you up fast. We don't have time for a learning curve. This is not week 3, and it's not week 4. We're on a Super Bowl run right now. So, like, he's going to fast pace him, fast track him as best he can and stuff like that. And I'm sure Wilcox appreciates that because he wants to go out there and do a good job and be a part of it. So, and anyway, shut up, Jerry.
Wendy's gonna get a Wilcox jersey just so Joe Burrow will yell at her.
I'm gonna get you a Wilcox jersey for Christmas.
I swear to God, don't you dare. Don't you dare. Collect yourself, Jerry. Stop it, girls.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. All right. Arts and crafts time.
I'm done with this truth circle, by the way.
We're moving on from that.
Yeah.
Add it to the Bengals fan fiction, Whitney.
Arts and crafts, guys.
Anyway, arts and crafts, guys. Kayla, what you got? I know you want to talk about your hubby won a coat.
On State of the Jungle tonight, Malik Wright's show that was on earlier, my My husband Caleb won a jacket and he's super excited. I was not even watching with him. I was down here working on stuff for the show and he texted me and was like, "Guess what? I just won."
That's
That
He
is
was
awesome.
so
so
excited.
awesome.
So
I
It's a
love
great
that.
jacket too.
you should definitely subscribe. We watch it quite often. It's a good show.
Yeah, shout out to Malik. Yeah, I actually won one also. I think I talked about it last week. I won one. Houday Baby won one. He's giving out jackets like Oprah. Malik is like the Oprah of those black and white jackets. He's like, everybody gets a jacket, but you got to subscribe. So subscribe to us. Subscribe to Malik's show. I think was it right? Is it Right Way or Right
We have
Report?
the Right Report. He has a
Okay.
couple, but just
I know he's got a couple shows, but subscribe to them all. Just win you a jacket. He's giving them all away. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Super
Yeah, I got
cool.
to pick mine up. I didn't realize. So his studio, like the First Star Logistics studio,
Mhm.
is like just on the north side of town. I figured I'd have to go all the way into downtown, but it's just it's up on the north side of town. So
Oh, cool.
yeah. Anybody else have anything for arts and crafts? We got our hats, obviously. Kayla and I are showing them off. So that was a really good cause. Another good cause you may have seen on Twitter, we are going to be donating $10 for every sack on Sunday. And I think what did we say? $20 for a turnover? I don't even remember I was just like, yes. I agree to it all. And we are going to be donating to Women Helping Women of Cincinnati. That is a local organization in Cincinnati. I encourage everybody to donate. You can donate to Women Helping Women. You can donate to another local place of your choosing. I would just encourage you to kind of stay small and avoid the kind of the bigger overarching ones that kind of like say they help everybody. I prefer to give to actual one-on-one type charities. But I know, Jerry, you know a lot about the Women Helping Women charity. What can you tell us about them? Because Brian's worked with them in the past, right? Your husband, Brian?
Yeah. So when we were still in Cincinnati, my husband was actually on the board for Women Helping Women, and they just do such amazing things. They help women escape violent situations. They help them find homes in those situations, help them make sure that they're still with their children. So it is just such a fantastic organization that, like, every dollar you give goes to everything that they're saying.
Yeah, and the thing that I thought was really great too is that they help with like legal fees and stuff like
Yes.
that. Because we always know that, innocent until proven guilty is not always, unfortunately, the way that the world works anymore. So, I love the fact that they help with legal fees and they help with things like that. They help kind of fight your case and things. So they do, like Jerry said, they do a lot of really great things. So that's, we're going to be supporting that one. People had said things about shelters in Cleveland, shelters in Houston. I think that there's no bad ideas when you're talking about giving money. I think it's all really great and really awesome. And I love that Houday Nation is doing this. I hope that other fan bases will do the same. But so that's what we're going to be doing on Sunday. So
I love it. I love it.
yeah. Anybody else have anything for arts and crafts?
I'm wearing one of my new shirts from Cincy Shirt. Like a really cool crew neck. King Tigress.
Oh, that's cute. It's a sweatshirt. That's really cute.
Yeah.
That turned out really good. I love that. I mean, I think we showed it on our bi-week show, but yeah,
Yeah.
that turned out really cute.
Yeah,
I love it.
came in. Mhm.
Did you use code Tigress?
I did use code Tigress. 100% did it. I would still, if somebody is buying stuff for Christmas and they go to Cincy Shirts, try it. Try code Tigress for 20% off. I don't know when it ends, if it does.
Josh
I
did not
used
give us
it.
any rules, so
No,
I
I
assume there are none.
Yeah, I
Give
used
it
it
a
for Christmas
shot.
shopping like a couple weeks ago. So
Yeah. I
That's
got
perfect.
in this. I got in my Sean Volker t-shirt. I got in my Pittsburgh toilet paper.
Beautiful. That's perfect.
I loaded up. It's great.
That's great. Also, I don't know if you guys saw Kay Adams was talking about where I'm from, and they're doing a Joe Burrow collection, and that's going to benefit Joe Burrow's charity. So that's awesome.
I didn't see that. I missed it.
Yeah. So I'll send out a link that I have if anybody wants to
Cool.
do that. And yeah. Anybody else have anything? Jerry, you got anything for arts and crafts? What are you wearing, Jerry? Is that new? Is that old? What is that?
And no, this is old. This
That
is
old?
from Junk Food, I think.
Oh, I love junk food.
I actually have like 2 of these because I loved it so much, and it was on clearance for like $5, so I ended up getting another one.
Oh
Wow.
yeah.
Last season sometime. But my dad did just ask what I wanted for Christmas, and I found another really cool vintage Bengals jacket on eBay because, you know, I can never have enough jackets, and I totally live in a place that I can wear jackets.
Right.
The amount of coats and like winter boots that I have gotten this season, when I know I'm not going to be able to go home very much this year. Like, I think I've gotten like 4 pairs of like snow boots because I need those in Tampa.
But it doesn't matter because, like, I feel like that stuff lasts forever. And so
Yeah.
I feel like it doesn't matter. Like, I feel like a t-shirt, okay, do you really need like 100 t-shirts? Maybe, maybe not, but who cares? They're not hurting anybody. But like coats and jackets, like those are things that you will have forever. Like we literally have coats in our coat closet that Cap has had since he was like a teenager. Like we've got like stuff from forever ago. And it just never, I mean, when you wear it for a couple Bengals games a year, you know, it's not like it gets destroyed. So I feel like those are things that you can always buy because you'll always have them. Like you'll have them forever. Like you'll pass them down to Archer.
Oh,
Yeah.
Archer already has his own collection of vintage Bengals jackets. He's
I
got a couple
know.
starter ones and a couple.
I'm so
What is it,
shocked.
Apex? And they just so happened they could also kind of fit me. So
See, that's
even though they were described as kids.
that's the best thing about being child sized, just that I can wear child sized clothing. I'm still waiting for those There's some Nikes that are supposed to come out that are tiger stripe Nikes.
I keep
And
looking for those.
They haven't dropped yet. I keep waiting for them. Like I follow like several different shoe, like sneaker places on Instagram. Plus I got Mike Eversole out in San Diego, who's got a sneaker shop out there. I've got like multiple ears to the ground on these shoes, and they were supposed to drop this year. They haven't dropped yet, and I'm extremely disappointed because I totally can wear children's sized shoes, and I want those shoes really badly. So still waiting for those, but.
Yep.
Okay. Well, thanks everybody for watching. Thank you, ladies, for doing this with me. We are way over time tonight. So thanks for hanging out with us all night. And don't forget to subscribe. You can win that beautiful game worn signed Von Bell jersey. It's got the captain patch on it. It is glorious. It could be yours. Make sure you're subscribing and follow us on Twitter. And we will see you guys next week, hopefully after another amazing Bengals win. So, hoo day, everybody.
Good day.
Okay.